Fuel Esports has a lot of student staff and players, but other than watching their sick clips on stream, we don't really know too much about them. My name is Joshua Chen, also known as Boo, and for my rest of the time here, I'm going to be interviewing some of the key players that have been involved in Fuel throughout the years. Stay tuned as we have staff, players, and captains talk about how they got started at Fuel and how they've shaped Fuel throughout the years.
Welcome back to another interview. My name is Boo. This time, I'm joined by a very special guest.
My name is Rachel, but you might know me as Angelgrime online
Online
and around.
and in Discord,
Yeah.
in person. Well, probably more Rachel.
Not in person.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, please don't call her Angelgrime in person. So Rachel, how did you get started at Fuel, and can you tell me about your journey so far?
Yeah. So I started at Fuel around 4 years ago. It was the summer before I started at Fuel, started attending Fanshawe. So I was streaming at the time, and I got raided by some random guy. This random guy happened to attend Fanshawe, and he was telling me about Fuel, because I was already like a manager for a different team. He's like, if you want a job, they're hiring. And I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I applied, then I got it.
So have you been working at Fuel like during your whole time, or were you a player before?
I was the first thing I did was apply for the job.
Oh, okay. And then did you join the teams afterwards?
Before Fanshawe, I was a manager for the OnTech Siege team. So then I became the manager for the R6 team at Fuel because I got bribed with brownies. And then from there, I they didn't have a fifth for their academy team, and I was forced to, I was put on the team because otherwise they wouldn't be able to play. And from then I started to learn the game, and I was like, wait, this is kind of fun. And
Yeah, so did you not play the game much when you were the manager for OnTech?
No, I didn't play the game at all. I might have played like a few games. I think I literally had like a 0.2 KD, like bronze.
Okay, so even though you didn't play the game, why did you like become the manager for that team?
Oh, my friend asked me to do it because the other manager quit or something. So I was like, sure.
Is it kind of more of like a social thing so that you can meet people, have friends? That's kind of a weird wording.
This is like no, I don't know.
No?
I would do like actual manager tasks. I guess it's like I'm friends with the people first, and then became the manager second. But I'm not a manager anymore. So
Yeah. And what was it kind of like going from like the manager position into eventually becoming the team captain? Did it feel kind of the same because you were still like, I don't know, their leader or someone that they talk to?
I think it's pretty different. I think being a captain is more of a leadership role, but more of like an unspoken leadership, whereas a manager is more so like, you have the scrim this day, and you do this, and you do this. Where as a captain, I feel like you're working with your team, and it's not really like a jobby type role.
Yeah. And so you mentioned that you've been here for a little bit. How is it kind of like seeing the growth of Fuel throughout the years?
Yeah, it's been really cool. When I started, we didn't have a room. We didn't have the room at all. So I was there when it first opened. My first year was completely online. So it was just Discord. I was basically just a Discord mod. So yeah, the room is really cool because, there's like hundreds of people who come all the time. And before it was more like niche because you have to find it online somehow. And we definitely have we have even, so much more teams now. We had like the GC thing for Valorant.
Yeah. And do you feel like you've contributed a lot to that growth?
I'd like to say so. So my initial job was actually like building the Fuel social medias. So I like launched our Instagram and our Twitter and TikTok back in the day. And was running that solo dolo. But now we have a really big content team, and it was a stressful thing to do alone. So I'm very grateful that I have the budget to hire all these people because yeah, now I don't have to do it alone.
Do it all alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And before this interview, you said something shocking to me.
What?
You said you said you didn't think you were that important. And I would disagree. I think you were probably one of the most important people at Fuel. One of the biggest events that you held was the Squid Games events where, correct, how many people attended that?
Well, we have 50, there's about 50 players, and then there's an audience.
Yeah, and I think that was like probably one of our bigger like in-person events. So what kind of went into planning that?
Well, I was trying to think of events that would be really fun that like people would play and they wouldn't have to like really have any like prior experience. And also money. People like to win money. So and I really like Squid Games at the time. I was big into it, like hyper fixated on it. So, I was like, oh, I should make an event about this. And I like made like a proposal to like sent it to Tyler. It's like, we do this. I made, it's just like I had all the planning and whatnot in there. Games. We've done it twice, so the second time we switched up the games a bit. Yeah.
Hopefully it keeps on going. And then I know that you run a bunch of the community events as well. Can you just talk to me about the Fuel community and what it means to you?
Yeah. Fuel community is, I think, very important. Very important group to have at Fanshawe because a lot of people who are into games, sometimes can have like a hard time finding belonging and meeting new people. And I think that Fuel gives that community. And even outside of that, I think the community events are important to keep hosting because I think a lot of people, go out of their shell to like attend these online events because it's not an in-person thing. You just join a Discord call and you just play. And I think I've seen a lot of different people through those events that way, and people like them because just it's for fun. It's not like a high stakes thing. You just join, you get on a team, and you play them. So I think the community is very, very important.
Yeah. And is this your final semester here at Fanshawe?
It is my final semester here at Fanshawe.
Unfortunate. I know a lot of people are going to miss you.
Aww.
Just
I'm gonna miss being here as well.
How much?
This much.
Big. All right, so that's kind of it from me. Do you have anything final you want to say? Any special shout outs or anything that we should know about Rachel?
Believe in yourself. If I can go from being a 0.2 team manager to champ team captain in 4 years, you can do it too.
Just time and effort.
Yes.
What's your favorite Pokemon?
Probably a tie between Squirtle and Piplup and Mew. I like cute Pokemon.